Lucifer was a beautiful covering cherub, and his design before the fall was to really minister to God. He walked upon the stones of fire. It was a beautiful place. And not only did he craft music, but he built places of worship, and the angels highly respected him. I'll just say angels because it's easier. They weren't called angels then, but the angels respected him because he taught them how to worship, taught them how to play music, taught them how to be creative. And so a lot of the singing that we see, it was taught to them by and I'll say Lucifer just to make it easier, by Lucifer. But at the moment when he was walking inside God's heart, he saw something. He saw a dream in the Father's heart where he was thinking of us. When he says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. There was a moment where God was thinking of children, thinking of having his own offspring. Now, the Elohim were created, so you could say he had people likened unto him, more like him, and authority and rulership, those kind of things. But he wanted something that was direct from him, like children, and the things that he would give them, the inheritance, the promises, the love he would give them. And Lucifer got extremely jealous. And there was a point where he was pacing, because he could go in and out of sight of God's heart. You can go inside God's heart, and it's an entire different world or realm. But he would move outside of God's heart, and he would pace in the heavens. He would go to this place in this dark cave, and he would pace. He'd say, I am more beautiful than them. Why? I created temples. I have stones fashioned into me. Why? I create sounds that they will never make. I talk to the stars. I shine brighter than the stars, the highest of the stars, which is like this council in the stars in the heavenly realms. I shine brighter than them. Why? He would say those things. And at the time, you would see darkness swell up in the cave, and it looked like it would touch him. And Lucifer would get curious, and he would touch the darkness, and it would attach itself like sticky, like a glove, and then he would take his hand off of it, and then he would continue his normal things. But there was a moment where he made the angels go insane. And I'm jumping around here because there's parts that I still have yet to process. This happened 10 years ago, so I'm still processing things, but I'm starting with the lighter stuff so I don't end up crying. But there was a part where when he was so deep into this process, he used his music to cause insanity. He grabbed like a lyre or some type of guitar kind of thing, and started playing in these beautiful fields. And he started playing, and the angels started coming in, because what was happening, what he did before, is he would lead the other angels into worship to the Lord, but he infused it with such himself and darkness that instead he caused this manic among the angels, and their bodies begin to shift and to rip and to tear and to mold and to mutate, and they begin to become that insanity. And Lucifer cackled throughout the realms. And Michael heard this. And then Gabriel, who was more emotional, Gabriel came in and he said, what are you doing? How could you? You are the brightest of us. What are you doing? Why would you do that? What are you doing? And Michael said, he was angry, and he said, you can't be one of us. There was this exchange between them. I hate you. I can't stand you, because there was this darkness that was coming in. The angels were being manipulated by it. And then you could see it coming up. And I'm looking around, and I said, where is Jesus during this time? Where is he? Because he's not up there just like, I don't know what's going on.
Aloof.
You to what's going on. And then he started to say towards the end of this exchange, and Jesus comes in and he begins to judge what's happening. And the angels are going crazy. Because the wars that happened, it was an extended period of time. It wasn't just this one and done kind of thing, but the wars that ended up happening amongst the heavens with other spiritual beings. So that's how he got his armies and things, is that he went and tried to deceive other spiritual beings. And then the glory comes, and Jesus, his glory begins to push him, Lucifer, away. And the glory was like a hot blue fire coming from Jesus. And Lucifer's holding his hands out to Michael, and he's saying, come with me, come on, come with me, come on, come with me, come with me. It will be good what I do. Come with me, come with me. You can't trust him. He's a liar. He's a deceiver. Talking to point of Jesus. You can't trust him. Come with me. Walk with me. Walk with me. And Michael says, you're crazy. I can't. You're crazy. You're crazy. And Gabriel's a mess. Gabriel was just a mess. And then Lucifer shouts, walk with me. Just shouts that thing. And he gets blasted out of when Jesus, I saw him fall like lightning from heaven. Bam. That glory, because he just Lucifer couldn't stay there any longer. And the rift opens up, and the angels are falling through. Some of them are weeping, and brothers and sisters of the angels who were connected left. There was this great separation. There was a great mourning going on during that time, because imagine like your sibling deciding to leave, and you are devastated by that. And Lucifer's falling, and I got caught up in the rift to fall, meaning like I wasn't in a good spot at that time. So I ended up falling down into this great darkness, and I thought, I'm screaming, and I'm afraid, and I'm gonna die, and I'm being pulled. I remember the grip of it pulling me, and Eden was with me, and Eden is flying down, and he grabs me, and he's pulling me, and we start to fly up, and then the darkness kept pulling us down, and then he looks back at me, he says, "Look up, Micah. If you look up, I can make it to the top, make it up back into the heavenly realms," because the darkness was pulling and angels were flying, falling, boom, boom, past me, like light falling past me. And so I'm looking up, and Eden is flying up, and we make it to the top, and I'm saved during that time. And I see the brokenness, and Gabriel's spirit is broken, and Jesus is holding Gabriel's face because he needed to be healed. The angels need to be healed because of that break, that separation. And I began to respect the angels during that time, even more so because I understood that they had a sense of feeling, an experience of loss and death. They know what death is like, because to them, their brothers and sisters died that day. But watching Lucifer cry out to Michael, saying, "Come with me," and Michael said, "You're crazy, I can't. No, I can't. No." And so Michael has a real indignation against Lucifer because of that. He's very angry at him for that, and that's why he chose to take the sword. And there were other wars and battles that went on during that time where they had to get the morning star from Lucifer. Lucifer left with the morning star. Now Jesus took it, and he's going to give it to us.
Which is why Michael's wings are, I read that.
Yeah.
He was like, "No, I don't ever want to forget."
Never wants to forget it. And so God asked Michael, "Will you take the sword? Will you pick up the sword and fight for my loved ones?" Michael was all bloody because they fought. All the brothers went up against Uriel, Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel went up against Lucifer and got the morning star. And there was a great battle between that. And then Jesus steps in and grabs it. But Michael needed to heal because he was bruised, and bloodied, and all those kind of things. And the Lord asked him, "Will you take the sword and will you fight for my loved ones?" And Michael said yes. And that's when the warrior angels was made during that time, because there were no angels of war. There didn't need to be, but he took it and he started to train the angels how to protect and defend and look after.